This video here is all about a product going around online in June 2026 and maybe months in the future. It's called GL Defend. It's a dropper bottle, so GL Defend drops. On the bottle, it says, it's like a red label, supports healthy blood sugar levels. And you maybe saw Facebook or Instagram ads that led you to a website that looked like Facebook for something called Metabolic Health Report. And it has some information, looks like a Facebook post, but it's not a Facebook post. And that leads to you then to a very long video. And that video, I took some notes, has someone who claims to be named Neil Brown, a 62-year-old retired Army medic, who talks about an exotic oil, an A1C oil, or an exotic A1C oil, claims it's backed by over a dozen peer-reviewed studies from Oxford, Cambridge, and Ohio University. And they claim it has nothing to do with meds or anything like that, and has a big X over medication, including brown dropper bottles. And guess what? By the end of the whole video, it's a brown dropper bottle. This has all the makings of being a scam. I'm going to explain to you why, because this is something that I look into all the time. I've looked at thousands of different scams. My name is Jordan Lyles. I am a senior reporter for the fact-checking website Snopes.com, and this one checks a lot of boxes. So I'm going to explain to you why. And right at the top of this video, hit the like button. You might be saying, well, it's a little early to ask for the like button, Jordan. Some people tell me that sometimes they're mad. This is a scam busting video. The more people who like and comment, the more chance that this video has to get out there and save people. And I hope that you understand that. So if you don't know what to comment about this product, then just tell me your favorite breakfast food. What do you like to eat for breakfast? It's simple, it shows engagement to YouTube. It might help a lot of people see my video who otherwise might not have. So if you saw this out there, again, it's a brown dropper bottle, has something to do with diabetes and blood sugar. It's a miracle product, basically, is what they're saying without saying it. And this will not have any of the legitimacy they claim it has. And here's how I know that. First off, the guy in the video, you got the fake Facebook post, which you see a Facebook or an Instagram ad that then leads you to this fake Facebook post that looks like it's from Metabolic Health Report. It says, if your blood sugar keeps climbing no matter what you try, pay close attention. This may not be about willpower, age, or eating one wrong meal. There may be a hidden root cause mechanism keeping your pancreas under attack while medications only manage the numbers. And it basically gets down to the point of trying to say that there's something they want to sell you, of course. And in the video that will result from that page, which you may have seen out there, this is for GL Defend drops. If you're looking for GL Defend reviews, the review is don't buy this. This is not something you want to buy. This could come with a money-back guarantee that is not going to be honored, maybe some sort of a subscription that maybe you didn't know you were signing up for. Whether or not that's the case, I see that all the time. I'm mentioning that in the case. And above the video, so you go from the ad to a fake Facebook post on a website to a video. Those are the three steps. The fourth step is, of course, them trying to get you to buy it on another website. It says that 72,500 people are watching right now. That's a lie. It says scientists discover insulin-eating enzyme causes type 2. And no, they didn't. That's another lie. And the video itself, again, we'll have someone named Neil Brown. I'm going to read from what they say in the video without showing it. And I'm doing that for several reasons. I don't need to further promote this. I'm trying to keep you away from this GL Defend dropper bottle product. There are so many of these dropper bottle products or gummies or supplements, and scammers want you to buy them because they're like, hey, it's a miracle product. Look at all this marketing we came up with. A lot of it's AI. The thing about this Neil Brown guy presented in the video, who's the spokesperson or whatever, he says, I'm a retired Army medic, a 62-year-old retired Army medic named Neil Brown. He looks like an AI manipulated version of an anchor reporter. And let's just call him Tom. Okay. I'm just going to name him as Tom from Colorado, I believe, was a Colorado anchor/reporter at some point in time. My guess is that scammers took his image and likeness from a previous scam video for something named Mytilin, which he did participate in, from what I can tell. And the point of me making this video is not to talk about that, talk about him, but to point out different things, different reasons why you would not want to purchase this. The scam marketing lies to you over and over again. Would you give someone money if they lied to you multiple times to get your money? Of course not. You don't want to do that. So if I point out these lies to you, hopefully then you understand what's going on with this. Because this GL Defend product is not going to do anything special. This is something where if it had legitimacy, they would have a lot of positive, credible press out there. And instead, what I'm seeing when I search for GL Defend are they're manipulating and using Google's way that they look up search results to populate search results with things that don't make sense. So before I made my video here and I searched for GL Defend reviews through Google, it would show 4 different videos under videos on that first page of Google search results. And all 4 of those supposed videos were not videos. They came through AWS or Amazon S3, and they led to purchase pages for this product or another product or something. So people are exploiting Google with this sort of a tactic, and then Google's not doing anything about it. I've seen this for months where scammers claim, they make it to where Google sees AWS and Amazon S3 as being videos, and they're not videos. And I'm trying to open one now myself. It leads to a website. It then redirects, and it goes to gldefend.com. So no video, manipulating Google search results. And this happens for lots of scam products. And I'm waiting for something to be done. And I don't think something's going to be done by Google anytime soon. And that's just the way it is. So I talked about the video. You got the Facebook or Instagram ad leads to a fake Facebook post on a website that's not facebook.com. That leads to step 3, which is the video, and leads to step 4, which is the checkout page. And the video begins a little something like this with someone narrating. It has a 60-minute style opening, by the way, and it's not 60 minutes. They're not saying they're 60 minutes, but they're using the, tick, 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 and then they have its big clock behind a woman that looks like the 60 minutes clock with the red tint and all that. And so they're pretending they're 60 minutes without actually showing they are. And the woman says this: every single day in the US, over 230 diabetics lose a limb. 130 people start dialysis, and every 3 minutes, one dies. Diabetes is officially the 7th leading cause of death, but experts say that number is a lie, because diabetes isn't just its own killer, it's the direct trigger behind almost every major cause of death: heart attacks, strokes, renal failure, blindness, amputation. If you're exhausted trying to control your blood sugar 24/7, if diabetes has taken over your life, your meals, your mind, your freedom, you are not alone. And no, it's not your fault, because the truth is thousands of people who eat clean, exercise, follow every piece of doctor's advice, still end up with type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes. They count carbs, avoid sugar, and take their meds like clockwork. And yet their blood sugar is still erratically high. Why? Because the real issue isn't what you eat, and it's not simply about genetics either. In fact, over 88% of people with prediabetes don't even know they have it. So what's really going on? This may be the most important health message you'll hear this year. And then it goes to some guy, as strange as it sounds, Swedish type 2 diabetes researchers from Sophiahemmet University have discovered that the root of the problem lies in something called an insulin drain enzyme. And they end up talking about the oil from there. I don't need to read any more of the video. An exotic oil, an A1C oil, or an exotic A1C oil. They claim that Oxford, Cambridge, and Ohio University — why would you throw Ohio University in there? I'm not saying anything bad about Ohio University, not Ohio State, Ohio University, but you've got like Oxford, Cambridge, Ohio University. Doesn't seem like they're on the same level, but what do I know? So the summary of this video, I know I didn't show you anything. I don't need to show you anything. I'm just trying to explain to you what I saw, is that there are multiple false statements trying to get you to buy into this, and that these false statements will lead you to a purchase page, and that purchase page will try to get you to buy 1 bottle, 3 bottles, or 6 bottles. And then that will then take you to a website that will try to get you to buy the product. Of course, you should not do that. It says it has a 100% satisfaction 60-day money-back guarantee. I see that sort of thing all the time, and people tell me they have difficulty getting all their money back. If they can get in contact with anyone at all, they get in contact with someone and maybe they get a partial money-back guarantee back. Like, hey, we'll give you 50% of your money back. We're going to keep 150, you get 150, which makes no sense. You deserve all your money back, right? And that's really what this is. This is something where someone is marketing a product with miracle promises behind it, and then people are trying to profit from that, and they're trying to scam you. This is not going to do anything amazing. If these products worked, there would be a lot of independent reporting. I know you might be thinking, well, Big Pharma would try to shut down the mainstream media and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Right. But there would still be some stuff out there from independent organizations, doctors in some city somewhere trying to like ring the alarm bells and sound the alarm about it. No one is. And it's not because Big Pharma is trying to like hide it. It's because this is just a product that someone made with fancy marketing to try to get your money. There is no credible information about who created this product, where it's bottled, who's the staff, a mailing address, where it actually originates. I'm not talking about the fulfillment center in the US that it shipped to and then shipped out of to you. That doesn't count. That's not important. What I'm trying to do here is to keep you away from a scam. And this is not good. I do not recommend GL Defend dropper bottle drops. Go see a doctor, obviously. Hopefully that's obvious. Like, comment, subscribe. I look at these scams all the time. I've seen so many of these diabetes scams. We got the big secret, the miracle product right here. It's a supplement or it's a dropper bottle. And a few weeks or a few months later, the product is gone. The scammers have changed the name of the product to something else to continue trying to get money from people because they want fresh search results. Once my video is up, once scam busting articles from journalists are up to try to talk about this product, the scammers move on to a new product name. That's why this will only be around for a certain amount of time, likely. Like, comment, subscribe. The join button is down below. Please let me know if you have questions. Thank you for watching.